Hello children and viewers. So today my intermediate topic is resonance. So before going to learn the resonance, I am going to explain about the natural vibrations, forced vibrations, damped vibration. These are the different vibrations when the body is vibrating or then when the body is making oscillations. So these three can happen. So first to come to the damped vibrations. To explain the damped vibrations, I am taking a simple pendulum. What is a simple pendulum? Simple pendulum is nothing but a metal bob. A metal bob. Bob is nothing but a metal sphere. And when it is suspended with help of a thread from a ceiling, let us consider it is a simple pendulum or a pendulum. So suspended from the rigid support. And now when it is pulled aside, by applying some force, you applied some force by the application, you pulled aside and released. And just once you applied the force and released. So to set into motion, you applied the force and released. What happened? It start vibrations or start the oscillation about this being position on either side. So when it is undergo the vibrations or oscillation, it make the oscillation on either side. When it is making the oscillations on either side, it make some displacement on either side. So the maximum displacement on either side will be called as amplitude. What is amplitude? The maximum displacement on either side from the mean position. This is the mean position, is called the amplitude. So that's why when the simple pendulum is set into the oscillation, it making the to and fro motion as well as it make the oscillations, or that oscillations also called as the vibrations. But when it is making the oscillations or vibrations, so after some time what you observe? So this amplitude, initially it make the max amplitude. It will be make the max amplitude on either side, but when the time will be pass on, so the amplitude is gradually decreases. Finally it will become to rest. So when it is making the oscillation, the amplitude is gradually decreases. Initially it will be maximum. After that, when the time is passing, the amplitude is gradually decreases. So decrease. Finally it will become to rest. So why it is come to rest? Because when the simple pendulum is making the oscillations, or vibrations, so around the simple pendulum, what is exist? Air. And nothing but this vibrating body is surrounded by air. So vibrating body and it's surrounded by air. And దాని చుట్టూ air ఉన్నదన్నమాట. Air particles will be exist. So due to that, when it is start the vibration, when it will be undergo the vibrations, these air particles apply some force, opposing force on it because of air friction, and it experiences this vibrating body. It means here vibrating body experiences opposing force. So who is applying this opposing force? This air, because of whom? Air friction. So because of this air is applying the opposing force in the form of the air friction. So to continue the oscillation, so this vibrating body means this simple pendulum do some work. It will be do some work against opposing force. Against this opposing force. When the simple pendulum is doing the work against the opposing force, it will lose the energy. When it losing the energy, due to that, it does not continue the same amplitude every time. That's why it will be decreases. Finally, so the amplitude becomes zero. Finally, amplitude is zero, nothing but it will become to rest. When this body is making the vibrations, the amplitude is gradually decreases. Finally, they come to rest. Such type of vibrations are called damped. Damped means decreased. Damped means what? Decrease. This phenomenon is known as what? Damping. This process is known as what? Damping. Now, what is the definition of the damped vibrations? The damped vibrations are nothing but these are the periodic vibrations. These are continuous periodically, but they will be happen periodically with a decreasing amplitude. Amplitude will be decreased. Initially maximum ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత gradually decreases and finally come to rest. That's why what is the definition of the damped vibrations? So the vibrations, which type of vibrations? The periodic vibrations. Remember, the periodic vibrations, the periodic vibrations with decreasing amplitude, with decreasing amplitude, with decreasing amplitude are called damped vibrations. Damped vibrations. And when the body is vibrating, what is happening? It makes the vibrations. That vibrations are nothing but what? Amplitude of the vibrations are decreases. So the decreasing amplitude, they will contain the decrease. They will be contain the decreasing amplitude. So that's why when I draw the displacement versus time graph, when I draw the displacement versus time graph, now consider on x-axis I am taking the time, on y-axis I am taking the displacement. Displacement is nothing but amplitude here. So now consider the axial amplitude on either side will be on right side plus a, on left side minus a. When I draw the diagram, distance versus time graph, this is called the distance versus time graph. So the distance versus time graph, initially it has a maximum, but gradually goes on, time passing on, it will be decreases, finally come to rest. Initially they have the maximum amplitude on either side, but gradually on either side the amplitude gradually decreases, finally come to rest. So such type of vibrations are called damped vibrations. Why these damped vibrations are occurring? Because of this air. That air is apply the opposing force, and when the because of the opposing forces, so the vibrations are decreases with the amplitude, that are called the damped vibrations. And next we come to the natural vibrations. Natural vibrations. So when I am speaking, so my vocal cord will be undergo the natural vibrations, and nothing but no force is applied on it. No force will be, no opposing force will be exist on me. That's why I am producing the natural vibrations. So now in the case of the damped vibrations, so we what do you imagine? Air, and because of that air, this is the vibrations are damped. Now consider the same simple pendulum. Now consider that this is a simple pendulum suspended from a rigid support, but initially to set into motion I applied the force, after that left it free, and imagine there is no air around the simple pendulum. No air, no air, and there is no medium and a vacuum. But to set into motion, so first I applied the force and I pulled aside by applying some force, after that left free. Then what happened? It will be undergo the to and fro motion on either side with respect to this mean position. So but there is no air. There is no air means no opposing force. No opposing force. No opposing force means what? It continue the amplitude with the same amplitude. For example, initially it will be go on either side with the maximum displacement. That maximum displacement is called what? Amplitude. So initially what it started, and initially what the amplitude of this simple pendulum. So forever it continues with the same amplitude, and nothing but the oscillations will be continuous forever. Why the oscillations are continuous forever? Because of no opposing force. Such type of vibrations are called what? Natural vibrations, and these are also called periodic vibrations, but they are making the vibrations without opposing force, without opposing force, and without external opposing force, they are making the vibrations, and nothing but the vibrations of the body. These are which type of vibration? These are periodic. The periodic vibrations. The periodic vibrations. The periodic vibrations without opposing force. Without opposing force. The periodic vibrations without opposing force are called natural vibrations. Nothing but just we are applied the force, after that left free, then the body make vibrations. Such type of vibrations are called natural vibrations. But when the body is making the natural vibrations, the number of natural vibrations made in 1 second is known as natural frequency. What is the natural frequency? This is the definition of the natural vibration. Let's come to the natural frequency. What is the natural frequency? The number of natural vibrations. Number of natural vibrations. Number of natural vibrations made in 1 second. Made in 1 second. And nothing but without opposing force. Natural vibrations means. So the number of vibrations, the number of natural vibrations. Which type of vibrations? Not the damped. So natural. The number of natural vibrations made in 1 second is called natural frequency. Natural frequency. So when I am talking, there is no opposing force. That's why I am talking with my natural frequency. Every body in nature has some natural frequency. Everything in every nature, every body has its own natural frequency. So that's why when I draw the displacement versus time graph for these natural vibrations, it will be like this. When I draw the displacement versus time graph, I am taking the time on x-axis, on y-axis I am taking the displacement. Let's say this is considered the minus a. So now this amplitude will be always constant. It never decreases. It never decreases. Imagine this never decreases. And they will maintain the constant amplitude. Then making the to and fro motion, the amplitude will be never decreases. So that's why these vibrations are called natural vibrations. So remember, every body has some natural frequency. For example, when I am talking with my vocal cords vibrates with for every 1 second 420. ఒక సెకండ్ లో కనుక 420 సార్లు వైబ్రేట్ అయ్యాను అనుకోండి. వాట్ ఈస్ మై న్యాచురల్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ? 420 హెర్ట్జ్. 420 హెర్ట్జ్. And let's come to the force vibration. This is very important. If you understood the force vibration perfectly, you can understood the resonance easily. Forced vibrations. So in damped vibrations and as well as in natural vibrations, to set the body into motion or to set the body into vibrate, just you applied the force and released. And then now in the case of the damped vibrations or natural vibrations, you are not applying the force periodically. You are not applying the force periodically. అంటే కంటిన్యూగా మీరు ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేయగలరు ఇక్కడ. బట్ ఇన్ కేస్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫోర్స్ వైబ్రేషన్స్, you must apply the force continuously at a regular intervals of time. Then the body makes a vibration. Such type of vibrations are called force vibrations. But already we discussed it. Generally every body has some natural frequency. But when the body is vibrating with external periodic force, it does not vibrate with its own frequency. Does not vibrate with its own frequency. It vibrates with external periodic force frequency. Let us explain with an example. For example, consider the same simple pendulum I am taking here. Because you are familiar with the simple pendulum in first year. So let us consider this is a simple pendulum of certain length. Now it has some natural frequency, and nothing but, now imagine when there is no vacuum, when there is vacuum, and nothing but when there is no medium or when there is no air, when it pulled aside and released. Now consider, for every 1 second it makes some number of vibrations. That number of vibrations are called, for example, consider 20. So that's why the natural frequency will be considered 20 Hz. So this is called the natural frequency of the body. How much? 20 Hz. And then now imagine there is no air surrounded by this simple pendulum, and you pulled aside and released it. Then it makes the oscillation continuously or periodically. In 1 second it make how many oscillations? 20. That's why what is the natural frequency of the simple pendulum? 20 Hz. Now after that, now imagine there is a air. There is air. But when you pull aside release, what happened? It does not continue the oscillations. But to continue the oscillations, what you are doing? You are applying the force. And you pull aside and it will be make the oscillations. But this time you are applying the force continuously. You are applying the force periodically. Periodically. Nothing but when it come to here, again you are applying the force in this direction. And it make one oscillation, again you are applying the force. You are applying the force continuously. That's why this force will be called as what? External periodic force. What it is called? External periodic force. And you pull aside, then released, it is making the oscillation, again it is making the oscillation, again you are applying the force continuously at a regular intervals of time. That's why this force is known as what? External periodic force. And because of this external periodic force, it will be continue the same amplitude. It will be continue the same amplitude. The amplitude will be never decreases. If you release the force, it will be decreased. Then it is called damped. But it is not the damped. You are applying the external periodic force continuously. That's why it makes some oscillations. So that oscillations will be known as what? Forced vibrations. Now consider the external periodic force frequency will be considered, for example, For example, consider it will be 25 Hz. It will be considered what? 25 Hz. And nothing but when it is vibrating, it does not vibrate with its natural frequency. What is the natural frequency of this pendulum? 20 Hz. But this it can vibrate with how much? 25 Hz, and it will make the for 1 second how many oscillations? 25 oscillations. For every 1 second it makes the 25 oscillation. But it does not vibrate with the 20 Hz. That's why these vibrations are called forced vibrations. And what is the forced vibrations? The periodic vibrations due to external periodic force. External periodic force are called forced vibrations. Forced vibrations. So what is the forced vibrations? The periodic vibrations of the body. The periodic vibrations of body due to external periodic force are called forced vibrations. But when the body is making the forced vibrations, it vibrate with periodic force frequency. It vibrate with periodic force frequency. Remember, this is very important. It does not vibrate with the natural frequency. It does not vibrate with its natural frequency. So this is about the force vibrations. But in forced vibrations, sometime in some cases, this natural frequency of the body and the external periodic force frequency sometimes coincide or equalized. At that condition, the body vibrates with larger amplitude. That phenomenon is known as what? Resonance. Called resonance is the one of the case of forced vibrations. If you understood the force vibration, then you can easily understood the resonance. And the resonance is nothing but a case of force vibrations. So now I am moving to resonance. So what I said, in case of the force vibrations, generally the body does not vibrate with natural frequency. It vibrates with what? External periodic force frequency. But sometimes the natural frequency of the body and periodic frequency will be coincide. In that case, so the body vibrates with a larger amplitude. That phenomenon is known as resonance. But what is the definition of resonance? What is the definition of the resonance? Is very important. So if the natural frequency of the body, coincide with the external periodic force frequency. And what is happening here? So what is the frequency of the external periodic force? The natural body frequency is also same. Then what happened? If the natural frequency of the body coincide with the external periodic force frequency, then body vibrate with the larger or increasing larger amplitude. So that phenomenon is called resonance. That phenomenon is known as what? Resonance. And if the natural frequency of the body exactly coincide with the external periodic force, then the vibrating body will be vibrate with the larger amplitude. That phenomenon is known as what? Resonance. I am explaining with one example. For example, you familiar with guitar. So let us consider it is a guitar. So this guitar has some strings. So for the guitar, it does not have only strings, but it contains a box. This box is called what? Sound box. It is a hollow box. Inside it is hollow. Inside it will be hollow. And a completely ఖాళీగా ఉంటుంది. It is filled with what? Air. So that's why what is the guitar? This guitar contains a string, and the strings will be and nothing but a rod will be there. A rod made with the wood. A wood will be there. So a wood of rectangular shape will be there. On the rectangular shape there will be some strings, and this rectangular wood is connected to a hollow box. That box is known as what? Sound box. So now when you are vibrating this string, with string periodically, nothing but when you are vibrating, you apply the force periodically over the string, and that is nothing but periodic force. So with help of this periodic force, then what happened? So when you are applying this periodic force, you does not listen the maximum sound. When you listen the maximum sound, so when you are vibrating this string periodically, so the air particles which are in the sound box, because it is hollow, that's why in the hollow box the air particles will be there. The air particles also start vibrate, and nothing but air particles are considered the body or nothing but the sound box will be considered the body. So the sound box is vibrated because of this string, So that's why when you are increasing the when you are vibrating the string periodically, so what happened? The air particles also start the vibration, but at a particular situation. So the frequency of this vibrating string and the frequency of this hollow box, and nothing but the frequency of the air particles will be coincide. Due to that, you can hear the musical sound. So that is example of what? Resonance. And when you are hearing the musical sound, the frequency of the string is coincide with the frequency of the vibrating body. Who is the vibrating body here? The sound box. The sound box is contain nothing but hollow. In that hollow, which will be the air particles. That's why the air particle frequency is coincide with the external periodic force frequency. Due to that, the air particles vibrate with the larger amplitude. That's why we can hear the some musical sound. And as well as, so this really happened in the France. This really happened in the France in 1850. 1850. 1850. So in 1850, so in the France, there is a river. That river name is Maine River. Maine. So over this Maine River, there is a bridge. There is a bridge is there. So this bridge is constructed with wood. So over the bridge, when the soldiers of 478 soldiers are crossing this bridge, they by doing the march, when the soldiers are doing the march, nothing but they can do the left right. So all the 78 members can do at a time left right. That is called marching. And marching is nothing but a periodic force, left right. This happened periodically. They will apply some force on this body. So due to that, the body also start vibrating. The body means here bridge. The body means bridge here. Periodic force means what? Marching. Periodic force means marching left right, and body means here the bridge. So because of that marching means because of that periodic force, so this bridge is vibrate, but the bridge has some natural frequency. So when they are doing the left right, so what happened here? So the marching frequencies exactly coincide with the natural frequency of the bridge. Due to that, the bridge vibrate with larger amplitude. That's why the bridge is collapsed. So during this collapse, so around 200 soldiers are died. And why the bridge is collapsed here? Because of the resonance. And the natural frequency of this bridge is coincide with the external periodic force. What is external periodic force? Left right, nothing but marching. That's why that bridge will be collapsed. So nothing but, so when the resonance is happened, the natural frequency of the body is exactly coincide with the external periodic force. So now this, because of this resonance, we can also calculate the velocity of the sound. With help of the resonance, we can calculate the velocity of sound. So I am going to explain how we can find. For that purpose, I am taking a closed cylindrical pipe of length 1 meter. Of length how much? 1 meter. It is a closed pipe. One end will be open, other end will be closed, and the closed end will be connected to a reservoir. This closed end is connected to a reservoir. And now consider this closed end will be attached to a retard stand. It will be attached to a retard stand. That is, imagine it is attached to a reverse stand. It's a retard stand. Now, in this reservoir, when I poured the water, what happened when in this reservoir, when I poured the water, this water is also will be enter into this cylindrical closed pipe. So for how long I have to pour? Until this total cylindrical closed pipe will be filled with water. Then after stop the pouring water. So then after take a tuning fork of certain frequency n, and after that then it vibrated with help of a rubber hammer. By taking the rubber hammer, so when it is vibrated, so the vibrated tuning fork is held horizontally at the open end of this closed pipe, and after that what I am doing, so I am lowering this reservoir, lowering ante nothing but kindi control kindi. When I am lowering this reservoir, what happened? So the water in this closed pipe gradually decreases and it is filled with air particles. When the water level decreases, so the some space is filled, then say some space will be exists. That space will be occupied by the air particle, and nothing but air particle enter and the space can be occupied. So again when we are lowering, what happened? You start the listening the sound, but it not maximum initially. But when you are lowering this reservoir at a particular length of this air column, so you can hear the maximum sound. So why you are hearing the maximum sound? Because when you are vibrating this tuning fork, this vibrating tuning fork send the longitudinal wave, and when this longitudinal wave will be reaches this water surface, because of change in intensity it will be reflected. So this reflected wave and incident wave superimposed, it can form the stationary wave. So because of this stationary wave formation, air particles also start vibration. That's why the stationary wave frequency is coincide with this external periodic force frequency. Here external periodic force is nothing but tuning fork, and the body is nothing but here the air column. So if the natural frequency of the air column is exactly coincide with the tuning fork frequency, then the body vibrate with larger amplitude. Here body means, here the body is nothing but air column. So tuning fork is nothing but external periodic force. So body is nothing but air column. So when the length is changing, the frequency of the air column changes. That's why at a particular length, the natural frequency of the air column is coincide with the tuning fork frequency. Due to that, so the air column vibrate with the larger amplitude. That phenomenon is known as what? Resonance. So to find this length, so now we are going to find this length in terms of lambda. How we can find? So this is a closed pipe. So of how much length? L length. Now here this is the stationary wave is formed. The stationary is usually formed with what? One antinode and node. This is the least possible of the forming of the stationary in the closed pipe. So now what is the distance between antinode and node? Lambda by 4. That's why here this is called the first resonating length. L1. Now consider L1. L1 is equal to how much? Lambda by 4. Now consider this equation 1. And as well as again when you are lowering the reservoir, again what happened? So the level of the water is also gradually decreases. The length of air column is also increases. Again at a particular length, but this time the length is not L1. Now consider L2. Again at a particular length L2. Again you can hear the maximum sound. That's why this length L2 is known as second resonating length. This L1 is known as first resonating length. Until now here the resonance happened second time also. It is first. It can be happened at L1 length, and the second time it happened for L2. That's why for L1 that length is known as first resonating length, and here L2 is known as what? Second resonating length. So this second resonating length is formed. Now the station is formed like this. nothing but in the second resonating length, the stationary wave is formed like this. This is L2. This is the incident wave. Now this is the reflected wave. So here open end antinode at closed end node, and this here antinode, and this case here node. And with how many antinodes? 2 antinodes and 2 nodes are formed. That's why what is the length in terms of lambda? First antinode to node, lambda by 4. Again node to antinode, lambda by 4. Node antinode to node, lambda by 4. Total how much? L2 is equal to 3 lambda by 4. So what is the second resonating length? 3 lambda by 4. What is the first resonating length? Lambda by 4. So when I do the subtract this L2 minus L1, L2 minus L1 equal to 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4. So L2 minus L1 equal to 3 lambda by 4 minus lambda by 4 means what? 2 lambda by 4. 2 lambda by 4 means what? 2 1s are 2 2s are lambda by 2. And how much you got? L2 minus L1 equal to lambda by 2. So when we find the lambda equal to in terms of length 2 of L2 minus L1. Here L1 L2 are, L1 is nothing but first resonating length. So this, for example, side of this closed pipe, when I place the scale, by using the scale you can find the L1, you can find the L2. So from this one you can find the lambda. When we find the lambda, you know the frequency of the tuning fork. So by using this V equal to n lambda, this is the relation between the speed and frequency and wavelength. So V equal to n lambda means what here? 2 into L2 minus L1. So by using this formula, you can find the velocity of the sound. By using which phenomenon? Resonance. Here n means nothing but what the tuning fork you are using, that frequency of the tuning fork. And L1 is first resonating length. And at what length first we hear the maximum sound. And L2 means at second time we hear some maximum sound. That is nothing but second resonating length. That can be calculated with help of the scale by placing side of this closed pipe. So this is the resonance. Like a Hellcat.